I do believe we're getting ready to roll here. Let's give it a few moments, make sure the stream has begun. Going to be another bit of wonder trading tonight, as you can see on the screen and the thumbnail, of course. Do I see an ad? I don't see an ad. Cool stuff. No need to skip anything right now. Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order. And, as I say, you can see here we're here for some more Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon Wonder Trading of the previous prize Pokemon from our past Wi-Fi battles of the, what, half a year, just about almost. Going to do the last bit of Wonder Trading out for these particular Pokemon. Hello to TR Super Koala, Dazzling Shell is here, Regina L, OMG It's Sark, hello, Unknown Spike, Greninja Arc Z. I keep saying Z, which is weird. I'm used to saying Z because of Dragon Ball Z, but I've sort of trained myself to do the more Canadian proper way of saying Z. But you've told me before, it's Greninja Arc Z, why can't I keep that straight? Anyway, welcome. And Justin Dryden and Sailor Pika as well. We've got one of our channel members here for the stream tonight. So, what we're going to do is going to round out the year of 2018, I guess, with sending out this last batch of Wonder Trade Pokemon. We don't have quite a full half box of... Full half box? That makes total sense. We don't have a half box full, let's say, of our Chimchar. We've still got a few Chimchar ready to go here. We have a whole bunch of a Gligar holding the... Do they all have Razor Fang? They do. Getting Razor Fangs in this game, so much fun. Next, we got that box of, or half box of, Skarmory, bred to be pretty defensive-ish. That one's pretty nice, look at that. We also got Bugsy, a bunch of Scyther, all holding metal coats. We've also got a bunch of our Chansey as well, bred for defensiveness, and what a Chansey does best, stall out. You can get your soft-boiled, you can get your toxic, they're good to go. And a whole bunch of Haunter, which will evolve into Gengar through trading. Alright, so let us prepare. We're going to pop into the GTS in just a little bit. Not GTS, that's the whole other thing. Wonder Trade is the thing. So if you guys want a chance to get some of these Pokemon, I'll be going through box by box. First box we'll do, of course, will be the Chimchar. And once you see me start Wonder Trading out Chimchar, you start Wonder Trading stuff as well. There is a bit of a delay for when what I'm doing happens on the stream, so you guys can see it. But I've got enough Pokemon that there should be a chance you're going to sync up and get one of those Pokemon as I Wonder Trade it out. Let's see. Greninja Arc Z, you're not interested in the Pokemon in particular, but you are glad to be here, I guess. Awesome stuff. And Unknown Spike asking, when will I finish Pokemon White? I don't know. I've been doing a bunch of the live streaming this particular past little while because I am on 2-week break from my class, so that gives me more time to do some of these streams that I haven't really had time to do when I'm doing my class. Pokemon White is a pre-recorded series, so it's like, that's what I've gone to when it's like I have a class all day, I've got something to do like that night. So Pokemon White, record the night before and upload it. But as of right now, up until the 7th of January, I've got time off from my class to do some live streaming. I will still try to get some episodes of White out over the holiday season, and try to get another couple at least before my class begins again on the 7th of January. Alright, so let's see. And yes, OMG at Sark points out TCG stream. We haven't done that in forever, but I'm going to try and do one of those over the weekend. I still have to put together a deck using the Verizon GX that I think you traded to me, was it, OMG at Sark? I think that was you. Let's see here. Justin saying you just got done eating French toast. Awesome stuff. I've only had French toast a couple of times in my whole life, but it's pretty good stuff. And let's see, do I have a shiny Delaware? Ask Trainer Ash. No. The past couple days, there has not been any bus service, public transit in my area, so I did not get to go out and do a lot of hunting. Plus, it's been cold. Not that I mind the cold, I can usually handle it pretty good, but my phone really does not like the cold. It'll start to lag out pretty bad if it gets too cold out there for an extended period of time. So, I did go out today, do a little bit of, you know, Pokemon farming and Pokemon hunting. I basically loaded up on as many Pokeballs as I could. Just by opening gifts the past couple days, I ran out of space for items. I had to toss every last potion and revive out of my bag, so I got to start stocking up on that. But finally, starting today and then going into tomorrow, I'm going to start catching everything that I can find to try and use up some of those Pokeballs and star pieces and berries and all this stuff. Because I have to go out tomorrow at some point. I have a Deoxys EX Raid Pass to make use of tomorrow. It's going to be the attack form Deoxys, which is kind of cool. So first I'm going to see the attack form in Pokemon Go. I'm not going to record a full video of it, but I'm probably going to, screen record for sure. I can probably show that off on the channel at some point over the weekend, maybe. I'm just going to do a quick little edit and show you that. So before we start trading out, let's see what's going on here. Ezra won't be able to trade tonight. You're playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Well, hey, that's important too, most definitely. It's the new game of the season, so have fun taking care of that stuff there. Hello to Charles Jones. Welcome to our stream today. And Trainer Ash, you did 656 Delibird encounters. You still got no shiny. I haven't got one. I haven't got a shiny Santa Hat Pikachu either, which I kind of hope I'll get, but I don't know. It's luck of the draw. We can't get all the shinies. I still don't have a shiny Snorunt, for example, and they've been in the game for quite a while. Alright, so let's see. Dazzling Shell says 2 things. Your Festival Plaza rank is now at 70, and never let someone use a Devil Axe in any Fire Emblem game. I don't know why, but I will take your word for that. It sounds kind of dangerous. And Justin, you got Pikachu yesterday, and you're in Cerulean. Oh, you got the Let's Go Pikachu game. Unknown Spec, can I save the 6 Pokemon until you get a 3DS? I was going to keep them stored aside, excuse me, for the winners of the quiz. I did guarantee one of each of these prize Pokemon to the winners of the quiz, but, for example, since Unknown Spike, you don't have a 3DS just yet, I got plenty of storage space in my computer, my PC. I'll keep them stored up for you. Let's see. Oh, Trainer Ash also has an EX raid tomorrow in Seattle. Not bad. Okay, I'm going to start Wonder Trading. Excuse me. I'm going to say go in the chat and let you know when we're going to start doing the Wonder Trading. So once you see the word go, you go ahead and start Wonder Trading as well. I'll give it a few moments for that to catch up. Let's see what else is going on here. Ezra says, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, you tried shiny hunting a Grimer? You got your encounters, was around 50. Oh, that's quite a lot of encountering. And Charles, you've also got an EX raid as well. So hopefully we'll all get ourselves the EX raid, or not EX raid, well, the EX raid pass, yeah, but hopefully we'll get ourselves the attack form Deoxys. And Trainer Ash, sure, if you want to send a gift my way, go right ahead. I tried getting a bunch more gifts today in Pokemon Go, but again, as Trainer Ash was saying, the game does like to troll. It wasn't giving me a lot of gifts. And that's kind of luck of the draw as well with the shiny Pokemon kind of thing. You just do what you can do. Let's see. Ezra says, was it Christmas Eve when you had the battle with me, or you forgot when it was? I don't remember. I think it was No, I think it was before Christmas Eve, because I think Christmas Eve is when I started doing the Wonder Trading. Look at this, a fellow Canadian. Interesting name, Bipolar Bear. I mean, we do have polar bears all throughout Canada. For those of you who live in the States, you might think that. I shouldn't single anyone out like that. Some people think all over the world that here in Canada we have like polar bears everywhere. We got, what else do we have here in Canada? Igloos, you know, the entire landscape is covered in snow. Basically, as soon as you hit the border of Canada, it goes from like nice clear fields to massive snow fields. Did you know that? Look it up. Go visit Canada, prove it for yourself if that's true or not. I ain't gonna confirm. Anyways, that's our first Chimchar sent out. We got a Dwebble in response. I didn't even say what we have here for this Pokemon, but it is Adamant Nature, hidden ability of Iron Fist. The egg moves are Power Up Punch, Fake Out, Thunder Punch, and Fire Punch. Did my best to try to have as much as we have for attack and speed. I think they're all guaranteed for max IVs. And other than special attack, I try to get the best other max IVs as well. Let's do some more Wonder Trading. Let's see. Ezra is battling Giovanni. Very cool. The ground type gym leader. Ezra, you don't want the Pokemon, but you're going to participate in the quiz. Well, the quiz actually is already complete. We did have it on episode 70-something of the Pokemon White playthrough. It was all pertaining to earlier episodes of Pokemon White, and people that entered had a chance to get a special little prize pack, but I did choose the winners for that already. So, I'll do something like that again in the future. I know, OMG, it's Sark, you took part, I believe, and your name was not chosen as one of the 3 winners, sadly. I know you had said that your main intention was to try to get one of my Dotman comic books. Now, guaranteed I'll be doing more giveaways in the future as finances allow. I will be giving more Dotman comics in the future, and it's going to take a little bit of time because doing a physical mail-out, you know, costs money for postage and shipping and all that stuff, so I can't do them as frequently as I would like. At least not until, perhaps, the YouTube channel starts making a lot of money from, you know, ad revenue or member subscription, stuff like that. But eventually I'll start doing more of those mail-out things, and we'll see how that can go. let's see. Ezra says you don't have any. Wait, you have an EX raid pass at Pride Rock tomorrow. Is it Deoxys or Cresselia? It's if it's an EX raid, it's going to be Deoxys attack form because the EX raid invites are just for Deoxys. Cresselia is well, not anymore. Cresselia was one of the standard level 5 raids that anyone could participate in. It's now been replaced with Heatran, so Cresselia is temporarily on the back burner. Heatran is now in the standard level 5s, but the EX raids are the Deoxys. And Leo Lost is Leo. Hello, Leo. Welcome to the stream. And Ezra has just defeated Giovanni. Congratulations. And OMG at Sark asking how many people participated. This is the sad news. We had 4 people participate. 4 people got the correct answers, which meant I had to do a random choice of which 3 of the 4 got the prize pack. And I mean, no matter who was chosen as the one who didn't get it, I was gonna feel bad. But you know, we'll be doing more things in the future, guaranteed. Don't worry about that. So just think it's gonna take a little bit longer for you to possibly win one of the Dotman comics, but think how much cooler it's gonna feel when you get one, right? I might even start doing something eventually when I start putting in more, you know, putting some of my 3D animations on the channel. Once I start learning how to do that in my modeling class, my 3D animation and modeling class, I'm going to start doing some Dotman animations. I'll put them on the channel, and as that starts to build the name a little bit more, perhaps, I'll probably do something to give more of those Dotman comics out. Like maybe I'll say, I'm getting way ahead of myself, but if I do a little animation, I say, for every share that this video gets, I'm gonna give her like a Dotman comic maybe or something. So I don't know. It's kind of a random second guess, and random thought, which I might not second guess afterwards, but we'll see anyway. All right, we got us an Alolan Meowth, and hello to Super Shell. Welcome to the stream. And OMG at Sark, you had a feeling? Yeah, I mean, I hate having to do that when I say, you know, there's gonna be 3 guaranteed winners and then there's only 4 entrants. It's like, I hate to have to say that one person's not gonna get it, but I mean, that's how it is, really. And at the start of the battle, says Ezra, Pikachu was the girl, so you named her, or at the start, not of the battle, at the start of the game, your Pikachu was female, so you named her Minnie after Minnie Mouse. Very cool. And Unknown Spike said it was episode 75, I guess we did the quiz in, and you want the 2nd issue of Dotman, because you have won one already, correct? I think you said that in the message. And OMG at Sark will be around for the next contest, unless you die, but that's probably not going to happen, right? And Leo is from Mexico. Thank you for joining us from Mexico. Hopefully we'll get one of these special Pokemon sent out to you all the way down there. And Toga Himiko is asking, when are we doing battle? Next time we do a battle won't be until sometime in January, because with all the other live streaming that we're doing over this this next little while, we don't have anything scheduled for battling. I could throw a random battle in there just for the sake of it, but I don't have any prizes prepared for winners. So if I do any battling, it might just be random, you know, battle royals perhaps, or, you know, we'll see. But if you guys want a battle stream at some point over the next week and a half or so, just let me know and we can do something like that. Just remember there won't be anything prepared as far as prizes. It's going to be battling for fun if we do that. And Dazzling Shell says, don't give Bartra a Devil Axe. Cool. Trainer Joey YT, welcome to our stream for some Wonder Trading. Sending out the remainder of our prize Pokemon from the past several weeks of Wi-Fi battling. I think there is one more Chimchar after this one, and then we're basically done that, almost half a box. And then we'll move on into the next box of Gligar, all of which do have themselves that Razor Fang, which I've been trying so hard to keep stocked up. I want to start doing a thing on my own time of trying to get 30 of each, you know, held item that the wild Pokemon can have. So I do have a pretty cool routine, which I probably said before, but we have Critter, my Butterfree, with the Compound Eyes ability. If he is at the lead of the party when a new Pokemon shows up, either in the wild or from an SOS battle, it increases the chance of the wild Pokemon having a held item. So that's a good way to try to get these special held items. And then I got to send in more Pokemon that have Thief. For example, take a look at my team on the right side. We got my... Let's just show you right here. We got Irwin, our Crocodile. We got Guar, the Primeape. The Brain, our Hypno. Soul, the Weavile. And Springer, our Greninja. Along with Critter, who also has Thief. I try to get a whole batch of 6 of the held items from wild Pokemon and then call it a day, because some things like Bruxish do not like to call for help. They do not like to show up to help the other Pokemon. And when they do show up, they don't like to hold any Razor Fangs. We try to rip the teeth out of those things every time we see them. They don't give them up. So, I mean, it's all random chance. Let's see. Ezra's going to do a survey. Should you put Purdy the Pidgeot and Piranha the Venusaur back on your team? Type-wise? Well, it depends on what types you have already in your team. If you already have a grass type that might be, more beneficial than Venusaur, then keep what it is, keep what you got, or bring it on if you want Venusaur, because sometimes the typing's good. But there's a lot of grass poison types in Gen 1, so you have a lot to choose from. As for the Pidgeot, I've always been a fan of Pidgeot over the other bird Pokemon. Some people like Fearow, some people like, I guess, Dodrio, and I'm not against any of the other bird Pokemon, but for nostalgia's sake, Chirp, my Pidgeot, was my first bird Pokemon, my first Pidgey, and it's like, I would probably stick with Pidgeot, personally. Alright, I'll get caught up in the chat in just a moment. Let's just go over what we got in return here. We got this looks like it might have some nice egg moves. A Dwebble at level 1, Hardy Nature with the ability Weak Armor. We've got Night Slash, Sand Tomb, Counter, and Wide Guard, and for a level 1 Pokemon, I think those are probably some egg moves. I had a feeling we're going to see some good IVs on this one. That is nice. That'll be one of my possible breeding partners in the future. Next, we have a level 3 Caterpie with another Hardy Nature, Shield Dust ability. We got Tackle and String Shot. We now got a Furfrou at level 7 with... What's with all the Hardy Natures today? Fur Coat ability, we got Tackle, Growl, Sand Attack. And next is an Alolan Meowth, Hardy Nature. Hardy har har, we're getting all the Hardy Natures. Level 11 with Pick Up, it's actually picked up a full heal, it looks like. Scratch, Growl, Bite, and Fake Out for the old moveset, Max Speed IVs. Next is a level 17, Brave Natured, Goldeen, with Swift Swim ability. We've got Supersonic, Horn Attack, Flail, and Water Pulse. We now have an Ekans, level 9. It's got the Lax Nature. Shed Skin is the ability. Wrap, Leer, Poison Sting, and Bite. And last but not least, we got us a Ribombee, Mysterious Nature at level 33 with Shield Dust, Silver Wind, Draining Kiss, Sweet Scent, and Bug Buzz. Right there. Alright, so let's move on into the next box. All of these Gligar. Jolly Nature, which is Special Attack down, Speed up. Immunity ability is the hidden ability. Once it evolves into Gliscor, it becomes Poison Heal, which is definitely a very nice ability. They've all got the Razor Fang as well. All you gotta do is level this up at night, holding that Razor Fang, it becomes Gliscor. You got that hidden ability. And the egg moves, Agility, Counter, Baton Pass, and Cross Poison. I try to max out the defenses, and I think Speed we went for. Maybe Attack as well. So there's a lot of good IVs here. Some of them might need a little bit of work. Some, bottle caps could help you out there. But doing this legit breeding thing, it can take a while. But I do get better over time. The next one that we give out will be Ralt, and I have the best possible parent Pokemon for those. A female Ralt with hidden ability, all max IVs except for the special attack. And the father is going to be a Mimikyu, also max IVs, except for special attack. They're going to be bred to be Gallade. Alright, let's see. Regina L just got Shiny Como-O from your Wonder Trade. That's not bad. I actually tried to see if I could do a little bit of shiny hunting for Como-O the other day. None of them showed up. At least I got a bunch of Razor Claws out of it, which was kind of nice. And Toga asking, can I battle you for fun? Well, not tonight, because tonight is going to be all about Wonder Trading. And admittedly, today I was feeling kind of headachy. It's a thing that happens to me. It probably happens more often than it should. But I think after we're done Wonder Trading, I'm going to spend the rest of the night just kind of laying down, resting the head. I'm going to do another live stream tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be another Pokemon Conquest live stream, because I have gotten pretty far in the game, not story-wise, but I've built up a lot of Pokemon. We got a lot of evolutions, and we are finally ready to take down that Dark-type kingdom of Yaksha. So it'll be tomorrow afternoon. Normally it would be sometime in the evening, but since I have the Deoxys EX raid to do tomorrow evening, I thought, let's do a stream during the day. I'll go take care of that, get the footage, and then do a little quick edit and put it up on the channel. Probably, if not that night, I'll have it ready to go for the next day, which will be Saturday. And then, of course, Saturday we got some family stuff going on as well for the holidays and stuff. Not Saturday, Saturday a little bit, but Sunday's kind of the big stuff. But I'll still try to squeeze in some live streams over the weekend anyways. And let's see. Sailor Pika saying that we should do a battle stream for fun. Dazzling Shell says, do you want to see an interesting battle video? Well, if you want to share, is it like one of the codes that you can share? Because you can toss it in the chat, and I'll see if I can grab that code. Don't know if we're going to watch it here on the stream or not, but if anyone else wants to check it out in between the Wonder Trading, at least the code will be up and available. And I'm also saying, when will I do a TCG Online live stream? Actually, I think that's what excuse me, I think that's what I'm going to aim for this weekend, since we haven't had one in a long time. I'm going to spend some time, when I get a chance, to try and put in a new deck strategy using all of those Verizon GX, which I believe, sorry, not Unknown Spike, OM Stark had donated them for, I think you asked for just a Tepig, and I felt bad, but I was like, if you want to build the channel, give some more content, indeed. And I feel bad I have not yet shown them off. Because, I mean, that was a good, how things go. Are we... Out of United States is our next trade partner. Excuse me. And hello to Milk Duds Gaming. You as well. Thanks for showing up for our Wonder Trade live stream tonight. Sending out the remainder of our, what would you call it? The second half of 2018, basically all of these prizes now going out to the viewers as I refresh the PC boxes and get new breed Pokemon, new bred Pokemon, new prize Pokemon for the next session of Wi-Fi battles on the channel. And Super Shell got a shiny Mew. Awesome. Was that from the Wonder Trading? If so, not bad. I wonder if it's one of the ones from, like, say, Twitch. They do a bunch of shiny, legendary, and mythical Wonder Trading throughout the day. Alright, let's get another one of these Gligar sent off. And Toga is asking, can I teach how to breed? I could. Like, I don't know if I am the most comprehensive when it comes to the breeding, but if you guys want, I can do a video on breeding and show what I do and stuff that I've learned and put that on the channel and showcase some ideas on how to make it happen. Like, I know some of the intricate details of the... Actually, I guess I do know quite a bit, but it's compiled from other resources, I guess, and I'd feel weird putting my own, you know, video, my own spin on it to talk about breeding where I didn't learn it. But I guess not everyone learns everything on their own. Look at Goku. Look how many attacks Goku has learned in Dragon Ball Z that are not his. There was a whole Dragon Ball Z abridged episode about that. Kamehameha, Master Roshi's. Instant transmission, he got it from eating sick aliens in the abridged version. So yeah, like, I guess not everyone learns everything on their own. Although, that's what I'm trying to do with Pokemon Conquest. I have not researched anything. I have seen a playthrough of it, but I kind of forget pretty much the whole playthrough. And I do want to go back and watch that one. Of course, shout out to the King Nappy, because he was my inspiration for doing Pokemon Conquest, because when I saw him do that game, I thought it looks so fun and so cool. It's different, yet similar to Pokemon, and I really like the format of it. So I don't want to go back and watch his just yet, but I do want to go back and watch it, because I don't want, you know, in episode 1, he might say, you know, I know that in episode, you know, later on, it's going to be such and such happens, and I don't want any spoilers like that. Look at this, we got a Spiritomb, how festive. Wait, that was for Halloween in Pokemon Go. But anyway, you don't often see a Spiritomb. It's in a Heal Ball, I believe. Interesting. Let's see, it was a Litten. Oh, it was Litten, says OMG at Sark, that we traded the, I gave you a Litten, you gave me the 3 Verizon GX. I knew it was a basic fire type, though. Alright, let's send out another one and see what else is going on. Dazzling Shell put the code in the chat. Gotcha. Never came close to this showdown. Where's my cursor? And there's no lag in the halls. I see, so things seem to be just fine. Where's my little notepad? I don't have a notepad open. Alright, so I've got your code, copy their Dazzling Shell, and if anybody else wants to see a pretty close battle, from what they're saying, you can check that code in the, I guess, is it the Versus Seeker that you do that in? I forget, but there's something here in the online equivalent of your Festival Plaza. You can check out some of the battle codes. And I think Super Shell is saying yes to do the video. Toga is also saying do a breeding. Hey, speaking of Litten, also do a breeding video. I can put something like that together probably even before we're done our, or I'm done my holiday break from my class. So if you'd like, I guess, yeah, we'll start off 2019 at some point in the first week or so. I'll put up a video explaining what I know about breeding and how to make things better for you. I will give you a little heads up that 2 of the most important items you're going to want to get for breeding are the Everstone and Destiny Knot. Because when a Pokemon is bred, it is guaranteed to inherit 3 IVs chosen randomly from the 2 parent Pokemon. So that might be, for example, if you have, say if like, I have a 6 IV Ditto. Like that's one of the most important things people can use for breeding. If you have a Ditto with 6 max IVs, you breed it with another Pokemon, regardless of the stats. They're normally guaranteed to inherit, if I can speak, 3 of the IVs from the parents. Now, this might, I'll have to research this myself, but I think it might mean it chooses 3 at random. It could be 2 from one, 1 from the other, or it might choose all 3 from one. That I'm not sure about. It might have to, spread across the 2 of them. I'll research that. But if you hold a Destiny Knot as one of the parent Pokemon holding that in the breeding, the nursery now, you're guaranteed to pass down 5 of the IVs of the parent Pokemon. So that's a good way to try to pass down some better IVs. Another thing about the Everstone, whichever Pokemon of the breeding pair is holding an Everstone, their nature is guaranteed to pass down to the offspring. So for example, Scorpina here, all of my Gligar are jolly natured. It's because one of the parents is jolly natured, and that one's holding Everstone. So every one of my hatched Gligar will have that nature. And it's kind of important when you want to get the best out of your stats for your bred Pokemon. If you want max speed on something, Jolly is a good nature, because Jolly does improve your speed stat, in that case losing some of your special attack stat. And do I have a 6 IV Ditto? I actually don't, Toga. I should do it, but I'm kind of weird in the sense that I don't want to use the same Pokemon, Ditto in that case, to breed every single thing that I do, because it just feels weird to me for one Pokemon to breed with that many other Pokemon. It just doesn't sit right with me. So I put in the effort to try to have a new pair of different Pokemon for every new prize Pokemon I give out. So it takes a little bit more effort, but I just feel more accomplished when I do that, and it all works out well for me anyway. And Dazzling Shell says, what you're talking about, the battle video, you never came close during your playthrough of Pokemon Moon. Oh, the battle tree and battle royal battles were so hard in Sun and Moon. Yeah, like, I didn't find the battle tree too bad. I guess, like, each individual battle could be hard, but I found the battle tree a lot better because, unlike previous iterations of, like, say, Battle Subway, Battle Tower, stuff like that, you don't need to get to the end of a string of, I think, 7 trainers to be able to get yourself any battle points. When you do that, you get a nice amount of battle points, but you had to beat that 7th trainer. In the battle tree, every trainer you beat gives you battle point. I think the Battle Maison in Gen 7 or 6 did that as well. And I really like that a lot better because you don't know how many times I would go through a battle tower, get to that last trainer of that 7 trainer streak, and lose. All that time wasted. I got nothing for it. So I much prefer the way things are now with the battle tree, getting points as you get each trainer complete. Now, you could lose on any one trainer, but at least you're not losing out on all that time invested. Super Shell says, when you tried to Wonder Trade, when you tried to trade me a Rattata, you got Raticate. So it's almost like a trade evolved and came back to you. And Toga says, you can get good IV Ditto if it calls for help 10 times. Yeah, I think it's like, if you do an SOS battle, the Pokemon get better stats the longer that SOS goes on for. So, if you can get any Pokemon to keep calling for help, and the best way to do that, hit it with False Swipe, bring it down to 1 HP, and use one of the Adrenaline Orb items, which increases the chance of them calling for help. Then, you can also put a Pokemon that has Pressure, I think, or Intimidate on the field, and that increases the chance even more of them calling for help. So the more times they call for help, something comes in, knock out that new Pokemon, let it keep bringing in more Pokemon, because the more they do that, the better these stats are going to be on the later Pokemon. So you can try to guarantee the best possible IVs after, like I said, about 10 times, you can get some good stats. Another thing that I like to do is, if you have any of the Virtual Console games, you can get Ditto in either red, blue, yellow, and I guess they're also in gold and silver and crystal as well. But if you get any Pokemon from the earlier games and then send them up through the Pokemon Bank and then bring them down into your current 7th-gen games, they will be guaranteed to have 3 max IVs. You might have more than 3 too, but you can at least guarantee getting 3 IVs on one of your Ditto by doing that. The only downside is, in previous generations, you could breed 2 Ditto together and try to get a max 6 IV Ditto out of that. find one Ditto that has, say, attack, defense, and speed maximum. Find another one with special attack, special defense, and HP, and try to have them breed together. Apparently, in the Alola region, you cannot have 2 Ditto breed anymore. I guess they realized that made it too easy. So, what I'll do sometimes, I will, for example, like, say with my Ralts, I will have that Ralt breed with a Ditto with 3 max IVs until I get a female Ralt that has, I guess even a male Ralt will work as well, but anyway, a baby Ralt that has the 3 max IVs inherited from the Ditto. I will then breed that Ralt with another Ditto that has the other 3 max IVs. Unless I don't need one, like, say, special attack on the ones that I've bred up. And just keep breeding and breeding and breeding until one of those comes out with the max IVs that I want, and then I'll have that as one of the breeding partners for my prizes. It's a lot of work, and I honestly sometimes I see why some people do use cheats to simply give themselves the stats they want, because in the end I'm getting the same Pokemon that they get, except I'm going the long way around it. But for my own sense of morality, I guess, or accomplishment, I don't even have the thing that you could use to cheat your game. I don't even know what it is, but I like doing it the old-fashioned way, because they've made it easier than it was in previous generations anyhow. Alright, we got a Drowsy for this Gligar. I haven't been talking about at all what we're getting in the Wonder Trading. I'll check that out in a little bit once we are done with this half a box of Gligar. Excuse me. Regina likes to get Pokemon from Japan since you can read Kana. Very cool. I kind of like to get them because apparently... Oh, we didn't even talk about shiny Pokemon for breeding. But, you can increase your chances of getting a shiny Pokemon if the 2 parent Pokemon are the same species, but from different regions, I believe, is the trick. And of course, a shiny charm for filling your Alolan Pokedex is a good way to increase your shiny chance as well. I have not yet bred a shiny Pokemon for our prize Pokemon here on the channel, but as soon as I do, you know it's going into the running for a prize. The only downside is, I'm wondering if, like, sometimes it takes a few Pokemon, like when I'm breeding egg moves on, for example, I don't have all the egg moves on, all the Pokemon each time. I gotta breed, say, Shadow Sneak for Ralt, and then breed another Pokemon with another move to pass that on, so it has Shadow Sneak and, say, Encore or something. So what if I was breeding these Pokemon, and we don't have all the egg moves yet, and then one came out shiny? Should I include that shiny as one of the giveaways? I don't know, because I kind of want to make sure you guys get all the egg moves that I'm offering, but in the case of a shiny, if it shows up, I can't control when it shows up. So I'll probably put that as a special giveaway, unless it does have all the egg moves and it's one of my complete final routes to send out, for example, and I'll sneak that into the main box. But I'll kind of deal with that on a case-by-case basis. Regina got a Spearow for your Spearow. Pretty cool. I did that once when I was trading. I think I traded out a Gligar, and I got a Gligar. And it's like, alright, cool. I sometimes wonder if I see that, is that the one I just sent out to somebody? But then turns out it's not. So it's like, alright, someone just happened to send the same thing. And Toga got a shiny Latios from Wonder Trade. Awesome. Not bad at all. Very cool indeed. Dazzling Shell says, at least they've invented BP in Pokemon Emerald. You managed to get a 28 win streak in the Battle Arcade, 60 win streak in the Battle Hall in Soul Silver. I didn't do too much of the... Actually, no. I think I did a fair amount of the battling for, like, the Battle Frontier, I think it was called, in Soul Silver. Because, yeah, if I recall correctly, that was where I had this amazing moment where my Charizard took down a Rhyperior, or was it just a Rhydon? I think it was Rhyperior. He took it down... So close. With one hit, Charizard went down to 3 HP, but he hit back with Solar Beam and knocked the thing out. Now, I'm gonna say I've often noticed that the battle towers of the past, maybe even current generation, tend to skew the percentages a little bit in their favor. I don't know if anyone else kind of experiences that themselves, but we were fighting that Rhyperior. It had a Quick Claw. How do I know that? Because it activated not once, but twice in a row. The first time, it went for Rock Wrecker on my Charizard. Luckily, it missed. But then, as I started charging up my Solar Beam on the next turn, it triggered again Quick Claw, which I think is like a 1 in 10 chance of happening, or like a 10% chance of happening. It happened to go both times, and then that time went for Giga Impact. And I'm watching my Charizard HP, like back then they went really slow. I'm like, no. Stopped at 3 HP. And I was like, Solar Beam, took it down. And I was like, sweet. For all that effort, I got the last battle points that I needed to teach my Charizard the amazing attack known as Mud Slap. I know, not that powerful, but it's pretty utilitarian where it lowers the foe's accuracy every time it connects. Good against rock types and electric types, some of the weaknesses for a Charizard as well, so I was happy with that. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. Regina just got a shiny Horsey? Not bad. And hello to Pokemon Professor. Welcome to our Wonder Trade stream tonight. I'm getting so far behind in the chat. Charles just got a shiny Pikachu. Shiny Pokemon flying everywhere. As I said, I gotta try to breed more shinies for you. In fact, I should see if I can get a Ralts that has the proper IVs to be the breeding partner with my current Ralts. Because if I could guarantee a better chance for shinies, that would be smart. Like right now, I'm going to breed with a Mimikyu because that's the best thing I have that has the same IVs. But maybe I should see if I can get a Ralts. I don't think I have any available with the proper stats, however. I'll take a look-see and see if I can try to boost the chance of a shiny. At least, if not for this, in the future. Alright, so that's the last of our Gligar. Let's take a quick look in the chat again here, though. Pokemon Professor is horde hunting Scyther in Pokemon X. You didn't know the Zangoose team up with them, or team up against the Scyther. That's right, like because they're rivals and they hate each other. But it's so weird. If that horde shows up, you can just sit back and they fight each other the whole time. Problem is, if one of them shows up shiny, that shiny will be under attack from the other species. So you got to find a way to like take down all of the other Pokemon. Like, for example, if a shiny Scyther shows up, take out every Zangoose you can find, because they're gonna take down that Scyther eventually. Let's see. Regina, your jaw dropped when you saw that, but saw 2 bids for either X or Y, which helped both situations. Oh, that you're talking about the horde battling there. Toga got shiny Glaceon. Awesome stuff. And Super Shell asking, where do I get the Pokemon from? You mean the Pokemon that I'm doing Wonder Trading here? If that's what you mean, I'm doing breeding for them. It's going to be probably, every month, maybe twice a month on the channel. We'll be doing some Wi-Fi battling, and I try to get together all these Pokemon from the GTS, things I've Wonder Traded, and try to breed up the best Pokemon I can get as prizes. Alright, let's recap what we got from our Gligar box. We have a level 9 Machop, Brave Nature with no guard ability. We've got the Leer, Focus Energy, Karate Chop, and Foresight. Max attack stat. Not bad. That's actually pretty good nature as well. Lonely, I believe. No, Brave. What am I saying? I just said the nature. But they're not really that fast, so losing speed for your physical attack is not bad. Next, we have a level 3 Picky Peck, Serious Nature with Skill Link. It's got Peck and Growl. We've got a Leddyba at level 3, Sassy Leddyba. Swarm is the ability. We've got the Tackle. Not bad for the special tackle. We got Donald Trump. We have, what is it there? Gumshoes. Brave Nature at level 61. It's got the Stakeout. I don't believe that's the Alolan, or not the Alolan, the Totem, because I think the Totem is bigger than that. Super Fang, Hyper Fang, Pursuit, and Crunch. Next is that cool Spiritomb, a female. That might be cool for breeding. Brave Nature with Infiltrator. It's got Smokescreen, Imprison, Disable, and Destiny Bond. Pretty nice on the stats there, too. And we got a Litten. Just as we were talking about Litten. Jolly Nature with the hidden ability of Intimidate. That's cool. Power Trip, Nasty Plot, Fake Out, and Heat Wave. What are the stats? That's not bad. Hidden ability. It's got some egg moves and some good IVs. I love seeing those because those can be good breeding partners. Alright, next we have ourselves a female, a Alolan Rattata at level 17. Hardy Nature with the ability Gluttony. We got Focus Energy, Bite, Pursuit, and Hyper Fang. We got the level 11 Keen Eye ability. Okay, I was going to say, was this one of the possible own tempos? Level 11 Rockruff, Careful Nature with Keen Eye ability. Actually, no, if it had own tempo, it can't be Wonder Traded, because that could go into a regular Sun or Moon, at which case it cannot evolve into the Dawn form Lycanroc. So, yeah. Anyway, Tackle, Leer, Sand Attack, and Bite. Max attack stat. Pretty cool. The Wingull is up next, level 7. Gentle Nature with the ability Hydration. We've got Growl, Water Gun, and Supersonic on that. Max HP. Charmander's up next with the hidden ability. What's with these hidden abilities coming in? Solar Power ability, a Modest Nature with Scratch and Growl. Pretty nice stats there also. We're doing good. Level 39 Lapras, Adamant Nature with Water Absorb, Rain Dance, Perish Song, Ice Beam, and Brine. Max defense. We have a Drowsy at level 11, Sassy Nature with Forewarn, Headbutt, Hypnosis, Poison Gas, and Confusion. And the last line starting off, we have an Alolan Meowth at level 6, Bashful Nature with the Technician. Scratch, Growl, and Bite. Next is a Zubat, level 8 Calm Nature with Inner Focus ability. Absorb, Supersonic, and Astonish. Fantastic speed. We have a Hawlucha now, level 8. Brave Nature with the ability Unburden. Tackle, Hone Claws, Karate Chop, and Wing Attack. That's pretty nice. Max attack and defense. Last but not least, we have a Picky Peck at level 3. Adamant Nature with Keen Eye, Peck, and Growl. Alright, so get yourselves ready. I'm going to start into trading out the Steel Beak. I'm going to let you know, I'm going to say go in the chat. I guess what I'll do, every time I start a box, I'll say go. And if you want this particular Pokemon, just start Wonder Trading like crazy and hope you sync up with me. Let's see. Pokemon Professor says, made you want to scream and ground your kids for a week. Don't ground the kids. Are you talking about the, losing a Seviper? I mean, okay, that might be worth it. Might be groundable offense. Not that they did anything. But anyway, go! Start this trading out. I didn't tell you what this is all about. Impish Nature. It's got the sturdy sturdy regular ability. And it's got some egg moves. I believe it was Whirlwind, Stealth Rock, Brave Bird, and Pursuit, if I recall correctly. Alright, let's see. Toga says, remember when the live was in your nephew's game? I don't recall. I might be completely clued out on that one. Oh, we got the God of Death, the Shinigami, Ryuk. What are we getting from Ryuk? Where did I get the hat? Asked Pokemon Professor. Well, the initial Charizard hat that I got, it's sitting over there. It's all old and faded now, but I picked it up at a novelty shop called Spencer's. They have all kinds of cool, you know, geeky, nerdy stuff like t-shirts and hats and like cups and stuff. So if you find anything like that in your area, you can check them out. But this replacement here, I did go on to, I think it was Amazon or maybe eBay, and just looked up Charizard trucker hat. Look that up and you might be able to get one of these for yourself as well if you're interested. Bernardo Leo has a shiny Abomasnow at level 100. Not bad at all. Did you train that up yourself or did that come through the Wonder Trade? And Regina, Wonder Trade a few minutes ago trying to get one of Chaz's, but no luck on that score. Well, you might get one of these Skarmory. But I think one of the more interesting things coming up is going to be either the Scyther. It's probably going to be the Scyther. They've all got metal coats. Once they trade out, the recipient's going to be getting themselves a nice Scizor bred for that Bullet Punch. What is it? It's got... Well, I think you can teach Swords Dance from TM, but I forget what the egg moves are. You got a Lowland Geodude per hour flying, Steel type here, which is not good because we'll be weak to it, but it's in a heavy ball. That's something else I want to try to find too, if there's a way to get multiple of the Kurt Apricorn Pokeballs, because if I can get a bunch of them, I'll probably start giving them out as, you know, some of our recipients to our winners for battles and stuff. But as far as I know, there is no way to get multiple of those balls other than through the distributions from the Pokemon Global Link battling. Alright, anyway, let's take a quick look here. Pursuit, Whirlwind, Stealth Rock, Brave Bird, Impish Nature, Sturdy. Impish is a defense boost, dropping special attack, and I tried to have as many IVs as I could, as you can see right there. Let's send this one out. Dazzling Shell has a question. How rare is Larvesta in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon? That I am not sure about. Is it in the Pokedex for the Alola region? If it is, I must have Wonder Traded for, because I'm pretty sure I never went and caught one. But you can check the Pokedex if it's in there and see. Actually, you even have it in your Pokedex. You might not. Does anybody know how rare it is for the Alola region, the Alolan Pokedex? Because I will field that one to the viewers out there in the chat. Or, if you're looking for information, I always go to my trusty resource, is usually Bulbapedia. I'll go there because they have a lot of comprehensive information. Another one is Cerebi.net. They've got a lot of good info as well. I'll generally try to cross-reference both of them whenever I'm looking for particular information, such as egg moves, breeding families, you know, the egg groups, and stuff like that. So we got us a nice Spinda. Looks like he had something like some berries that kind of spilled over onto his cheek. Oh wait, no, those are his spots, right? Have you guys seen the Spinda that is pattern number 7, I think, in Pokemon Go? Both of its eyes have the spot on them, and I say it looks like he had like a late night and he's waking up, he's all groggy. His eyes are all like, you know, shaded in. I think it's kind of funny looking. Regina says, one cave, the one in the jungle of Akala, after you get Machamp Push. Pretty rare encounter, she says. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I must have gotten through those through GTS trading. What I was doing for quite a while, some of the excess Pokemon I had that were not really prize-worthy here on the channel, I would put them up in the GTS, requesting some of the new, or some of the other species I did not have yet. And people took me up on the offers. Like a bunch of those Chimchar that did not have the best stats, still had their, egg moves and such. I put them on the GTS, and I basically filled up my Pokedex, for the most part, doing that. Unless it was something I could get on my own, like, what was it? Well, I knew you could get Hakamo-O to show up if you do an SOS battle with Jangmo-O. What I didn't know is apparently Como-O can show up as an SOS request as well. And I was like, well, we got one. I was actually just doing some random Razor Claw searching, and Jangmo-O called for help, and a giant Como-O comes down. I'm like, okay, I think we'll end off the Razor Clawing to snag that. And I did. And history was made. I added that to the Pokedex. And Ella says, Ultra Sun and Moon. Okay. Hello to Ella, by the way. Welcome to our stream for some Wonder Trading tonight. And Regina took forever to find a Larvesta. Completionist that you are. But it all goes towards getting that Pokedex complete to get that nice shiny charm for a better chance to find shiny Pokemon. You know, I think this is actually the first region I've ever filled up my Pokedex in. Because it's never been a big thing for me. I don't go for, every single species. I like the species, like the Pokemon that I have, I like making them the best that they can be. And filling up the Pokedex, like, if I don't ever intend to use a Diglett, for example, I don't bother catching a Diglett. I did want to fill my Pokedex here in this generation to give you folks a better chance at shiny prizes. So that's kind of the only reason that I did it. But it's kind of cool. Dazzling Shell says, quiz time. It's very friendly toward people. If you grow close to it, it will hug you with its sticky, slime-covered body. Don't get mad. That's probably Beware. And be careful, because if Beware does that, it can snap you in half. Actually, that doesn't sound like Beware, does it? It's Muck. Pretty sure. And Regina says, too bad Jangmo-O did not call in other Jangmo-O. Yeah, that'd be kind of nice, because, sometimes they, like, if you want to keep an SOS battle going, if anything but the initial Pokemon gets called in, if you knock out the initial ones, such as Jangmo-O, and there's a Hakamo-O on the field, I'm pretty sure they don't call for help. If it has to be the same species that you started off with. For example, if you're fighting Pichu, you SOS chain a Pichu, it might call in a Pikachu at some point. But if you knock out the Pichu and you keep Pikachu on the field, it does not call for help. So, if you are afraid of it running out of PP, for example, like the Jangmo-O could run down to nothing, go for struggle. If you false swipe it, it's going to knock itself out from one struggle. That's going to end the SOS chain. Unless, if you could, well, how would you do this? You could possibly, I think I've heard there's a way to do this. If you do a switcheroo and give the wild Pokemon Lepa Berry, it's got to be one of your own Pokemon that has, I think, Harvest ability, I believe, where it'll regenerate its own berry after using it or something like that. I think there is a way to perpetually, continuously give a wild Pokemon a Lepa Berry, at which point it'll restore some of its PP. I might be wrong on that, but that might be something for you to look into if you are curious at all. Alright, let's see what we get for our next Steelbeak of the Skarmory. Gonna be from Steph in Umbria, Italy. Let's see. Ella says you got a Scyther Shiny Mega. Is that what you got? If you got that from Wonder Trade, that's kind of cool. Well, I don't know if it could be Mega or not. Can you Wonder Trade the, Actually, you can Wonder Trade Mega Stones. We did that Deoxys Wonder Trade last time we did this. Actually, someone sent me the Deoxys. It was holding Lopunite. So yeah, you can Wonder Trade Mega Stones. That's kind of cool. We got us a Mudbray. And Regina says, sounds more like the Goomy line. And, oh, I'm right, so yeah, Harvest Trevenant, so you can continuously give Lepa Berries to the opponent. I had a feeling something like that would be a thing, because I remember hearing about it. So it's not my own idea, I'm just regurgitating the stuff that I have learned along the way. I've never done it, though. I basically, over time, I get bored of doing the SOS battling. And I just want it to end at some point, but I don't know when to make the decision to be like, hey, I'm done. I'm moving on. I allow the Pokemon to run out of PP and knock itself out, and then I say, there, the game chose for me when we're done. And then I'll come back maybe the next day if I need more particular items from them. So Dean from Alberta, Canada is next up for another Skarmory. Let's see what we get in exchange. Regina has built a few Harvest Trevenant in Oras, and she can get Skill Swap and Trick from the Move Tutors for BP. Can you get those still in Alola? I think, is that our first Magikarp of the stream? I was doing wonder trading of a box of excess Pokemon that I had from, you know, let's not call them failed breeding attempts, but less quality breeding attempts. And I got like 3 or 4 Magikarp back to back. And it's like, come on, people, be more original. Everyone sends out Magikarp. Granted, I have as well. I've had them as, call them gag prizes for our battle sessions when someone manages to lose against me. But they've been good Magikarp anyway. Most of the Magikarp I get from Wonder Trade, they're Swift Swim. Basic IVs. And it's like, whatevers. Yeah, so I believe... Actually, yeah, I think Skill Swap is one of the... oh, I get you. So you give it Skill Swap. Jake from Indiana is our next trade partner. So you give it Skill Swap for Harvest, and you trick the Lepaberry onto them. That's actually really cool. That way they're guaranteed to continuously eat that Lepaberry and keep their PP permanently. We got a Dratini and I believe a Fastball. I love seeing these Apricorn Pokeballs. I haven't used them. Do they have different animations in this generation? I recall that since you could use them in Soul Silver to catch Pokemon, and that was Gen 4, I think sending them to Gen 5 and maybe even Gen 6, they didn't have unique animations from what I recall. I remember someone saying that, but I think if they have new... Actually, they would have new animations here, wouldn't they? Because you can get them in this generation. In a way, I don't like how rare they are because you're not guaranteed of getting multiple ones. So if you send one ball, you send, like, you know, throw one friend ball. If the Pokemon breaks out, your friend ball's gone. That's too bad. But if you get multiples, I'd be more keen on doing something like that. And this brings up a good question. Someone, I believe in the trainer school, actually does bring this up. He says, what happens to all those Pokeballs that trainers throw and don't work? Yeah, like, I mean, that could be why there's some Pokeballs scattered around the field. You know, you find a random Pokeball, Ultra Ball here and there. Why do you never find just a random friend ball or a love ball or something? Because, you know, someone's going to try to use one of them before, but it failed. It'd be kind of nice. Dazzling Shell says, quiz time round 2. Its entire body is gooey. When pecked at by bird Pokemon, it slips and slides its way to freedom. That is probably Pikachu. And Regina says, you didn't find any move tutors for those moves in Alola. You can use the Alolan Exeggutor, but it only learns Bestow, which fails when it holds an item. Can you teach it Knock Off, I wonder? Knock off the opposing item, and then bestow upon it with the Lepaberry. That might be a thing. Or, what if you had a different Pokemon first use Switcheroo or Trick or something like that to take the item, then switch to your Alolan Exeggutor, and then bestow it the Lepaberry? That could be a way around that. But have you tried the move tutors outside the battle tree? I might check that in a little bit. In fact, you know what I can do? Since I have technology basically at the tip of my fingers here, I'm going to do a quick little search while we're here. We'll find out. Fabian from, was that Nevada, I believe, is up next. Okay, Google. Pokemon Ultra Sun Move Tutors. Let's see if we can find out if we can get those moves. And Ella, say you're doing Pokemon Sun, Pokemon Moon Wonder Trading. If you are doing the regular Sun and Moon, everything I'm Wonder Trading out should still be accessible. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure if it's something that does not exist in regular Sun and Moon, I won't be allowed to Wonder Trade it out. It'll say this one can't be Wonder Traded, because if it's a new attack that Sun and Moon do not have, or a new form of a Pokemon, then I'm not going to be able to send it out, because it's going to break the recipient's game. The game's going to explode, it's going to melt down, it's going to become like a pile of goo on the floor, because it can't comprehend the new data. Alright, let's check out the move tutors here. I'm going to Cerebi.net. Oh, you have checked, but you haven't found any. Okay. So let's see. We're looking for skill swap. I seem to think that it was somewhere. Okay, next up we have Yadiel from Puerto Rico, United States as our next trade partner. on. There's gotta be a way to maneuver the items around. Actually, okay, so what I'm seeing here, we got a Cubone. It does say skill swap is outside the battle tree. You can get that taught. We're also looking for, what was this? Trick, I believe. Now, Trick might not be one of them, actually, now that I think about it. Actually, no, Trick says you can get it from the Ula Ula Beach Tutor. And this is, of course, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. So, check the third island beach and talk to the girl in, like, the black bikini, because she teaches the moves. That one should teach Trick. And go to the battle tree, and the lady on the very left side, there's like 3 behind the counter facing the battle tree, but there's a lady, the 4th one to her side, or to the side, and she should teach you skill swap. That might be a way to get that going for you. Alright, and Ella says 25th December 2018. Did you do Wonder Trading on that day, or did you get the games on that day? Because that was the big day, Christmas. Just a couple days prior. So here we go. This is one of the shiny, legendary Wonder Traders right here. Let's see what we're getting today. And I can pretty much guarantee, whatever it is, I'm putting in a box to just hand out to someone else out there in a future giveaway here on the channel. Because as much as we like these, I don't need them. Oh, it's not even legendary, but it's a shiny Hitmonlee, though. That's pretty cool. It's going to be level 100, max stats. What item will it happen to be holding? Because I usually send out some pretty interesting items with those as well. Look, he looks sick. With a little green under the collar. Does he even wear a collar? I don't think so. Does he even have a phone? Because how can he be a collar? Anyway, we got a choice scarf. That's actually a really good item. Not bad. We've got 2 more Skarmory to send out, and then this box is emptied. Then, at basically the halfway point, an hour into our stream, we got half a box of Scyther holding them metal coats to send out after this. Of course, as I'm doing, I'll give you the go in the chat when I start trading those out, and that way you can be well aware of when I begin those. But we're going to recap this box first, of course. Alright, what do we get for our next to last Skarmory sent out? Shiny Hitmonlee, hype indeed, Sailor Pika, dropping those members-exclusive emojis in the chat. The old Charizard hat, boom, and the lab coat that I still don't have myself, but I threw it out to you members out there to be able to make use of as much as you do. Or as much as you want to do, I guess. Shiny hype indeed, Regina, and Charles says, you do want thanks. Or you do want that, or something like that. Not quite sure. Am I reading that right? I'm probably not reading that right. I can't read. Like I said, I was laying down earlier because of a bit of a headache. I'm actually feeling good now, though. That's good. But with my brain, the headache can suddenly show up again with no warning whatsoever. But let's hope for the best for the evening. Alright, so last Skarmory being sent out right now. A lot of people like to run spikes, apparently, on their Skarmory. That whenever I'm breeding Pokemon, I take a look at what the Smogon recommended movesets are. Not that I use the Smogon rules, but I know a lot of folks out there do. But Smogon is good in the sense that they know what they're talking about. They know what are really useful moves on a Pokemon. So I'll see what the recommended moveset is, but if a lot of the moves are Move Tutor or TM, for example, I will ignore those, because for example, whoever gets this Skarmory, they can teach it whatever TM or whatever like that is. Oh, you got one on the Steel Beak. Oh, nice. Not bad. Did you get it during the stream? I wasn't even paying attention to the names. I'm so bad for that. What was I saying? Yeah, so if it's a move that they recommend that is a TM or a Move Tutor, then instead of... What is that name? Instead of preparing that move myself, you can easily get that move yourself. So what I decide to do is give a special, egg move that maybe might be useful, maybe won't, I don't know, but at least it gives you an option. Because what I like with Gen 7, whenever a Pokemon is born knowing an egg move, even if they forget it for another move, the game still records that they knew that at birth, so a heart scale can get back that egg move. So it gives more versatility to the recipients. Alright, so let's check out what we got in this box in response to our Skarmory. We've got a level 8 Makuhita, Serious Nature with Thick Fat. We've got Tackle, Focus Energy, Stand Attack, and Arm Thrust. Maximum Speed. Speed is 11. That's actually not a bad based on defense and stuff, that's the second best stat, so maybe that's not the worst thing. A level 1 Naughty Natured Galvanize, a Lowland Geodude. We got Tackle, Defense Curl, and Rock Climb. Massive special attack stat. But again, my ability, we got the level 10 for Peck, Growl, Leer, and Pursuit. Next is Mawile. Level 1 Mawile. Actually, it's in a Love Ball. Adamant Nature, we got Intimidate for the ability. And Power Up Punch, Sucker Punch, Metal Burst, and Ice Fang. That is a nice bit of moveset. That Metal Burst is annoying. Because anything you hit it with, you're going to hit back 1.5 times the damage. That is very nice. I'm going to probably keep that for breeding in the future. Look at that. We're doing good for these breeding Pokemon. Okay, Wingull at level 7 is up next. The nature is Rash. The ability is Keen Eye, Growl, Water Gun, and Supersonic for the moves. Now we got ourselves that Mudbray at level 13. Impish Nature with the Own Tempo ability. No confusion. Mud Slap, Mud Sport, Rototiller, and Bulldoze. Next is, wouldn't you know it, a Swift Swim Magikarp. Lonely Nature, level 1. It's got Splash. It's actually got max attack stat, so that's something going for it. We now have a Dratini in that fastball. Level 1. Jolly Nature with the ability Marvel Scale. That's nice, hidden ability. We got Rap, Leer, Dragon Dance, and Aqua Jet. Pretty nice stats there, too. This looks like it might have come from one of the Virtual Console games with 3 IVs. And how's it going, Ultra Duke Dranzer? It's not too bad for me here. We are doing some Wonder Trading for the night. We just finished our box of Skarmory. We still got the Scyther into Scizor. We got Chansey and then Haunter into Gengar next up. Alright, we have a level 10 Picky Peck next with Quiet Nature, Keen Eye ability, Peck, Growl, Echoed Voice, and Rock Smash with max attack stat. We have a cute little Stuffle, level 1, Brave Nature with the ability Fluffy. It's got Tackle, it's got Leer, max HP stat. We have a Careful Rockhead, level 39 Cubone, with the Stomping Tantrum, Ice Beam, Blizzard, and Earthquake. This looked like it might have been something someone was using in-game, and they sent it my way. Hopefully Skarmory kind of does just as well. So we'll look at that Hitmonlee in a second. We know what we're going to see, but level 8 Leddyba up next with the Lax Nature. Ability is Swarm, Tackle, Supersonic, and Swift. Cottony with a Shiny. It's got the Pokerus. Doesn't get much more legit than that, does it? Anyway, alright, next up is our Scyther box. My playback has stopped again. I'm going to refresh this, and when I say go in the chat, that's when we're going to go ahead and start trading these out. It's not quite a half box. We are one short, but it's pretty close. And let's get ready to send this off and running. Alright, when I say go, begin your trading, everybody. And it begins. So this is the second half of our stream starting right now. Pretty on time, too. These streams do go for about 2 hours or so. Hello to TR Super Koala. Welcome back to our stream here. And Charles, you did not get from me. Someone traded it back out. Okay, I see. That's what I figured. Maybe some of my Pokemon get sent back around after someone gets it. Maybe they don't really want it or whatever. I do my best to make them, you know, wantable. But it must not be certain people's cups of tea. TR Super Koala saying, can we see all of your Pokemon? That would take quite a bit of time. I mean, depending on what you mean by all. I have a certain, batch of Pokemon. Generally, with every generation, I only choose about 6 Pokemon from each region and make them my main team. But outside of that, I've got boxes full of Pokemon that are like maybe for breeding, for I got a bunch of shiny Pokemon, like for example that Hitmonlee that we just got. I keep them kind of boxed up at some point, but I guess not. But I mean, okay, I see my playback is now frozen again. We gotta work with what we got. If it turns out that I cannot keep doing the stream tonight, I'll keep this stuff in reserve for the future, I guess. And as I say, we just gotta work with what we have available. And Dazzling Shell is back. Welcome back. We're doing our Scyther box now. Let's see who we get. At least the game is still connected, though. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's not the computer, because I've rebooted the computer before. I've rebooted the router. It should be fine. My phone stays connected. That's not even true either. Sometimes the phone starts to lag out, too. So, yeah. I'm blaming the internet provider. It's the only thing that makes sense. When every device in the house has problems with the connection. Yeah, it's not just my computer. We got us a Drifloon for our Scyther. I keep saying I'm hoping eventually I'm going to see a Pokemon come back named Wonderlock. because when people are doing a Wonder Lock, which means as they go through the game, they can only catch the first thing on each route, but then they got to Wonder Trade it out, and whatever they get is their encounter basically for that route. So I'm hoping eventually something that like the Scyther I'm sending out will do really well to help out a player taking on a Nuzlocke with the Wonder Trading. Because that'd be kind of cool. My playback seems fine now. Let's hope for the best. So bear in mind too, with the channel, what I do is I'll put polls up to ask you folks out there what Pokemon do you want to see as a prize for the next Wi-Fi battle sessions. We have currently selected Gallade, or Ralts for example, to be our fighting type prize, because we go through our Wi-Fi battle series based on the gyms in each region. The next one's going to be the fighting type gym in Cyanwood City in the Johto region. So Gallade was chosen, but when it comes time for, hey, a Magikarp, for the next gym, which will be Steel type, I'm going to put a poll on the community tab on our channel and ask you folks, what Steel type would you like? I generally take a look at Smogon, and I'll see what they say are the top level, top rated Steel types, but I'll also leave it open. I'll say if you folks want to leave comments and see, you know, what might be a good one, I'll leave it open to you folks to throw some feedback as well. Alright, we got us a Magikarp, yay! What was I doing one time? I was doing some of that Wonder Trading of some of those extra Pokemon I had from the breeding. Someone sent me a Feebas. I'm like, alright, whatever, it's Feebas. But then, Feebas started to evolve. And I was like, I forgot they made it so that Prism Scale can evolve a Feebas through trade. And someone was giving a Feebas with Prism Scale. That was cool. Starting to lag again, Dazzling Shell. Well, hopefully we get through this. We're almost, I shouldn't say almost done. We're almost halfway through the second half, which will be 3/4 total, of the stream. Let's just see if we can push forward and get done this. I don't know why this weekend. It's not even the weekend. It feels like the week. Whoa! It feels like a weekend because like there's no class for me to go to and things are all like just, you know, laid back and relaxed and stuff. But the past couple days, let's say, the internet's been a little spotty. And that could just be my area too, because I hear sometimes people in my area also say that they're having issues, so as I say, we gotta, you know, burn through with what we got and just hope for the best. Alright, we got another line after this and 2 more Scyther. So if anyone does get one of these in the chat, let me know, because I want to see if one of you folks can make use of these. And we're gonna be doing more species in the future. So all the Pokemon that we've done, like the 6 you see on screen, this is the last time they'll be available on this channel. Although I am keeping the breeding partner, so I can breed more in the future, but I might bring them back as, like, you know, Professor Chaz's Greatest Hits or something. I don't know. That's not actually a name, but I could bring them back at some point. But I like to try to keep things fresh and new and make new species. So it would be good for Steel type. Obviously, Steel to be the obvious choice, because that is what Jasmine uses in Olivine City. But I would take a look and see, you know, this would be really hard. Oh, green Minior for a green Scyther. And hello to Pepe, smile face. Welcome to our Wonder Trade stream tonight. We're currently Wonder Trading a half box of, let's call them Scizor, because it is Scyther holding Metal Coat. Guaranteed evolution into Scizor when somebody gets it. It looks like we're not that far behind on the stream as well. Normally I see a lot more of a delay than this. That's kind of nice, being more in sync. I haven't even changed any settings to have it more. Actually, you know what? Watching a Markiplier video a while ago, just yesterday. I do think we are live. Hang on. Let me refresh the page here. And whenever this time, I'm going to reload the chat screen as well. Because this is always fun, isn't it? Let's grab this here. Get the chat, bring it here. I think I saw people commenting on the lagging. Yeah, lag all of a sudden. Hello to Twista Nico! Or Twist the long sleeve Nico, because it's kind of cold out. Welcome to our stream. Yes, there's the lagging again. Pepe is also Wonder Trading. Awesome stuff. For the time being, we seem to be good. If you missed it, we just got us a Froakie for our trade partner. I didn't even see if it was a hidden ability Froakie just yet. But hopefully everyone is still here, still watching this, and you know, hanging in there. We're almost done here. Scyther box is almost complete. Then we move on to Chansey, and then the Gengar, and then I can give my internet a break. I don't know if maybe it's just do I stream too much? Is it just overloading the server or the system? I would doubt it. But whatever the reason, it likes to try to keep us on our toes and just annoy us. Let's not let it win. Let's not let the lag win. Because once we give in to the lag, then we got a Durant. That's what I'm talking about. I have no clue where I was going with that. But you don't often see Durant. That could be a cool steel type, actually. I've always liked Durant. You know, as much as I have ragged on Gen 5 for many reasons that I do not like it, there was the occasional Pokemon in that generation which I really do like the design of, and Durant is one of them. It just, to me, looks so cool. Now, it's kind of weird that... Actually, you know what's weird? We just got a Bug Steel type by trading out a Bug Steel type. Technically Bug Flying, but you know what I mean. When Scyther becomes a thing. But yeah, Bug Steel. That seems to be a pretty common typing, doesn't it? You got Scyther, you got... what is it? Fortress and Durant. But it's like... I guess that's not that common. I believe they have only one weakness, Fire type. So Vivi, whatever, from Texas is up next for our trade partner. We'll see what we get here. But as far as Pokemon that have only one weakness and typing thereof, I find Water Ground is kind of overdone. Ever since Gen 2, I think almost every generation has had a Water Ground type Pokemon. In Gen 2, you had Wooper and Quagsire. Gen 3, of course, you had the starting Pokemon itself, Swampert, but you also had Barboach and Whiscash. Those are water type with ground typing as well. You just got a bug for a fire? What? Ah! You mean you sent out a fire type and you got a bug? That's no good. It's gonna burn the bug. But anyway, we're gonna keep rolling forward with these last few Scyther. In Gen 4, you've got Gastrodon. Water Ground. Gen 5, you have, I think, the entire line for Seismitoad. Is it Tympole? Yeah, Tympole into Palpitoad into Seismitoad. But I guess Gen 6, we didn't get a Gen 6 Water Ground type, did we? That I recall. Nothing comes to mind off the top of my head. But anyway, that's still a Pokemon type with only one weakness, but they've used it in quite a few generations. Now, could you imagine times... Trying to reload my screen here. Like I say, it's weird that this playback lags out, but our gameplay does not. I don't know. We got us a Glalie. I've seen quite a few Glalie in Pokemon Go lately. Either, well, not in the wild, but actually I've gotten a bunch of Snorunt, and whenever I get a whole bunch of candy for certain things, I evolve them up just to see what other attacks they could possibly learn. I know I could look that stuff up on like Cerebi and Bulbapedia, but I'm more of a hands-on fieldwork trainer. Or professor, I guess, so I like to try to learn things as I go. Makes it a little bit more involved for my tastes. And Charles asks, when will I be streaming Pokemon Go battles next? I don't have a firm idea on that just yet. Because I guess part of it comes down to if the lag is going to be a thing. You know, as we're seeing here, lag is a problem. But I haven't really decided when the next one's going to be. It's going to be sometime during this the next week and a half while I'm still on vacation from my class, though. So stay tuned for that. Like, I think what I'm going to probably do is, when it comes to New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, I'll probably take a break from streaming for those days. I might still try to get up a Pokemon White video, but just for a little bit of downtime, sit back, relax, take a couple days off. I'll probably have some break time then, but we still got until the 6th of January before I have to go back to my class, which is going to take up more of my time once again. But sometime, probably into the new year, we'll do some more Go battling. We got us a Swirlix. That's not a common sight in the Alola region. Not even at a carnival. Looks like cotton candy. But we don't got that here. Alright, I think 2 more Scyther. Yep. Our last 2 chances to get a Scyther out to you folks. Hopefully you can get it. But if not, we'll have other kind of cool prizes in the future. I mean, technically, I could bring back Scyther for a prize for the Steel-type gym. But I kind of like doing different things and keeping things more interesting. But maybe I'll say that when I set up a poll. I'll just say, would you guys like to see a repeat of a past Steel-type? And I'll see what you guys think of that. We have Letitia from Upper Normandy, France. I think that's probably pronounced differently with all the accents on the letters, but I guess technically one accent. I saw the dots though. Maybe it's Letitia or something. But we get Igglybuff. Look at that. Not quite the 100% Igglybuff that my friend Shorty MC has in Pokemon Go. I still remember the time we took over a gym. I put in... What did I put in? I think I put in my Spiritomb, and he put his Igglybuff in. No one attacked it for like 2 hours. Because they knew the power of the Igglybuff. I think it had maybe Wild Charge at the time, but then he taught it Shadow Ball with a TM. Alright, the final Scyther. Now going out. And boom. And we've had people in the past say, can you do a countdown in the chat to let us know when you're sending each Pokemon out? First of all, I did do that before, but it didn't seem to help. People were still not getting the Pokemon, so I figure as I Wonder Trade, it just... There's no guarantee that if I click trade as you click trade that it's going to link me and you together, for example. So I just go about trading away as need be. Is this... Alright, yeah, I think we're good here. I was trying to see what my layout looks like. And Okinawa, Japan is our final trade partner for Scyther. But with the lag of my system, obviously me typing in the chat doesn't necessarily mean that you're even going to see it in time for me to click trade. So I think this is probably the best way. We got two Minior. I haven't seen Minior in forever. Not only did we get two, we got the best Minior, the purple Minior. Why is it the best? Because it's my favorite color, and that's the only reason why it is the best. Complete personal bias. Full admission right there. Alright, but let's see what we got for all of our Scyther into Scizor that we sent out. We've got a level 1 Gibble, Jolly Nature with Sand Veil. It's got Tackle and Outrage. Decent stats right there. We have a Ditto, Hasty Nature with the ability Limber. It's got Transform, of course. And we got us a Drifloon at level 13. Impish Nature with Unburden ability. It's got Constrict, Minimize, Astonish, and Gust. We have a Magikarp. Hey, a Swift Swim Magikarp. I've never seen one of those before in my life. Quiet Nature, it's at level 1. Splash is the move, and it's got kind of basic stats. I gotta plug in. I'm on red light. Uh-oh. I did not see that. Make sure we don't lose our connection. That's the last thing we need, more technical difficulties. We got us a... Look at the size of this thing. I love the look of a Rock One in it as well. Level 25, it's Adamant Nature with Water Bubble ability. Spider Web, Bug Bite, Bubble Beam, and Bite. And we got us a green Minior. Level 30, the nature is Careful. Oh, I didn't know they didn't have gender. Interesting. Shields Down ability, of course. Ancient Power, Self-Destruct. Oh, it's so fun to catch things when they have Self-Destruct, right? Stealth Rock and Takedown. Next up, we have a female Nidoran at level 1. Timid Nature with the ability Rivalry. Scratch, Endure, Counter, and Iron Tail. Those must be egg moves. Looks like it with the stats. Next we have a, hidden ability Froakie. I mean, I've already bred them, so I have that available if I need it, but still cool to get. Level 1 Froakie with a Timid Nature. It's got Pound and Growl. Special attack is best. We now have a Truant. Why is that the hidden ability? And that is the hidden ability, if I recall. Not the best hidden ability in all time. But anyway, a level 1 Durant, Jolly Nature. It's got Rock Climb, Feint Attack, Endure, and Thunder Fang. That's a good one. I like it. It's got a speed boost ability, or sorry, speed boosting nature. Not best speed stat, but it's still pretty cool. And we have a level 9 Cutie Fly with Impish Nature, Shield Dust ability, Absorb, Fairy Wind, and Stun Spore. Whoops. Check the stats first of all. Max HP. Very cool. We have a level 48 Glalie up next. Hasty Nature with the ability Ice Body, Protect, Frost Breath, Crunch, and Blizzard for the moves, and Swirlix, level 1. Jolly Nature with the ability Unburden, Tackle, it's got Sticky Web, Belly Drum, and Yawn. That's also pretty nice. I love getting these 5 IV Pokemon. I'm running out of space in my PC for them, though. Now we have a level 13 Igglybuff. Careful Nature with the ability Cute Charm. It's got Defense Curl, Pound, Sweet Kiss, and Copycat. And the purple Minior at level 26. Brave Nature, Shields Down, Swift, Ancient Power, Self-Destruct, and Stealth Rock. Kind of basic stats from the wild. Alright, so we're going to do the Chansey next. I'll say go in the chat once we begin that. Let's see. Pepe says, whenever I link trade, people just say no, no, no. I have people offer me link trades all the time, but I'm usually busy doing something else in Festival Plaza, so I admit I'm one of the people that will just like, no, I ain't got time for that. But what I find is whenever I do link trades like that, if it's to a random person, they often just sit there for like 5 minutes and just show off their shiny Pokemon. They go from one shiny to the next shiny to the next shiny, yada yada yada, and in the end, they offer a Magikarp. So that turned me off of doing random link trades like that, and I'm just like, you know what? I really can do more with my time at that point, personally. But whenever it's something that we're doing on the channel, like battles and stuff, I definitely like to do trades with you folks. Because you guys, you don't do that. You don't waste our time, which is kind of nice. Pokemon Professor says, how's the weather where I'm at? It's not too bad today, to be honest. It's kind of cold, but that shouldn't be doing any interference with the connection. We're going to start trading the Chansey right now. We've only got 2 rows of these ones. But yeah, sometimes the bad weather does affect our signal, but it doesn't seem to be doing it right now. And Truant Durant is amazing. No one sees it coming. Entrainment. Actually, yeah, that is true. They do learn entrainment. But it keeps it keeps Truant itself, does it not? Now, I wonder, looking at the way you have Truant Durant right there, do you think they gave it the hidden ability just because it has the word ant in it? True ant? Is Durant the true ant? Is that what they're getting at? Because there is no other ant Pokemon. There are uncle Pokemon, but there are no ant Pokemon, right? Weird. Anyway, we got an Illusion Zorua up next. And Pepe is asking, what's your friend code? It's, if you want to go onto my Twitter, it's linked in the description. My friend code is on there. I don't have it on this layout here, but once we eventually get into doing some more Wi-Fi battling, if you're here for that, I give it the friend code there so we can link up that way. What is on my floor? Oh, that's my USB cord. I saw a shiny thing on the ground. Like, what fell? It's my phone's USB cord. Wait, why is it unplugged? I'm going to plug that in just a sec. Send out our second chance. You can get that rolling first of all. I should have been charging my phone this whole time. I did go to do a little bit of my Pokemon going today just because I had so many Pokeballs, so many berries. You know, when you don't do anything for like 2 days straight in Pokemon Go, because I couldn't get around, yeah, the items tend to build up from the gifts that you get from people. So Ness from Illinois is our next trade partner, an experienced trainer. And Team Rocket admin Pumpkin is here. Welcome, Pumpkin, to our stream. We're finishing up the... I guess we just started on the second box? No, the next to last box. We got a Lure Ball Marini. Very cool. And it is the hidden ability. I was pretty sure, because I know it gets Hustle. Durant does. And what's his other ability? Does he get anything other than Hustle? I can't remember. All I know is, many times it hits me with something super powerful, and I'll lose a Pokemon perhaps going through Victory Road in the Unova region. But then the next time it goes for something that's fully accurate, it misses. And that's when I clued in, oh, it's got Hustle. Of course it does. I don't think it gets Sturdy, does it? I don't seem to think it does, but I could be wrong. All I know is I know that they get Hustle, and I'm afraid of Hustle, but I've seen Truant before. And oopsie, says Regina, is that in reference to me not charging my phone? It probably is. But I generally have a good charge on it anyways, plus my battery pack is all charged up. Check this out. We have Lex from Andalusia, Spain is up next. This is what keeps my phone alive when I'm out playing Pokemon Go. Simple little battery pack, I think it was like maybe 20 bucks. But check this out. It's got 4 lights, which just means it's fully charged. But it lets you know how much charge it's losing as time goes on. The lights go out. And, for any Star Trek fans out there are 4 lights! Anyone get that reference? Probably not, but I'll throw it out there. We got Eradicate for our Chansey. Normal type for normal type. Plus Dark. I remember I was watching... Does anyone watch Mr. Talent on YouTube? I first started watch some of his stuff thanks to Shady Penguin, another very popular Pokemon YouTuber, and you know, way above me. But him and his friend Mr. Talent would be doing different videos and stuff. And Mr. Talent did a thing once where he was pointing out the fact that when Rattata became a Alolan form, like let's look at Grimer for example. Grimer is Poison Dark in the Alola form, whereas naturally it's just a regular Poison type. But when Rattata became a Alolan form, it didn't go from normal to normal dark. It went from normal to dark normal. So dark took over as primary typing. And he had this whole thing about how he believed that youngster Joey became Guzma, and that's a whole thing. Look that up on his channel. But it's weird that their standard typing of normal got pushed back to the secondary typing. I don't know why they did that. I mean, there's probably reasons for everything that they do as far as Pokemon goes and what Game Freak programs. So there could be some logical reason why it suddenly became dark normal instead of normal dark. But I don't know. Team Rocket said, or sorry, Pumpkin says, if you get Chansey or Gengar again, do you already have them? You must already have them. That's why what we're talking about. And yes, Regina, whoever made those power banks make all of your life so much easier. Indeed, technology is amazing, as long as it works. By that I mean, how many times have we had... Actually, here's a good story for you. When I was off visiting Halifax, Nova Scotia, about 4 hours away from where I live, I had my old phone, which is no longer here because it's dead, but I was down there for about a weekend or something like that, and I had all of my contacts on my phone. I had my, you know, like the local bus routes and stuff down there, because I drove down with my family, my sister and her kids, but I was kind of going off on my own because I have friends down there. So I'm out walking around with some friends, and I had everything on my phone. I got to call, you know, my sister, for example, or I got to catch this bus, that bus. For some reason, all of a sudden, the motherboard of the phone completely died. It would not work at all. It would not turn on. There was no data to it, stuff like that. And I was, you know, kind of stranded at that point. I had no way to call anyone. I had no phone numbers. They were all, you know, stored in the phone. I couldn't get to them. I somehow managed to, you know, sync up back with my family down there, so things were all fine. But that put a real damper on the whole experience, because I was like, suddenly I couldn't really go too far from where the rest of the family was at. I couldn't explore. I had no idea where I was going. I was a fish out of water. So yeah, technology is amazing when it decides not to break on us. But I mean, things break down as time goes on. I've had a hunch. I don't know this for sure. I can't really confirm this for sure, but do you ever notice how things these days do tend to get used up quicker? Good example of that is, yeah, it was a bad time indeed, Regina. Just like, I really couldn't do as much as I wanted to while I was down there anymore because of the issue of the technology breakdown. But, oh, and Team Rocket Pumpkin, you got power back as well, eh? Awesome stuff. Dominic from Mississippi is up next for our Chansey Wonder Trade. What was I going to say? So, a friend of mine had said that her and her fiance, they had a lawnmower, and, you know, simply put, it broke one day. We got a drop off. Cool. And it broke, so they had to have it repaired and stuff. But their neighbor, who had this old, you know, this wrought iron lawnmower from like 1950 or something, it never gave him a problem the entire time he had it. And I said, what if, do you think companies are making things cheaper, knowing that they're going to break down more often these days, knowing that you're going to have to buy another one to replace it? That's not the most ethical thing to be doing, but that is sort of a way to ensure more sales. I hope that's not the case, because that is pretty, you know, shenaniganery. Some shenanigans being done there. But anyways, whatever. But it seems kind of weird that something from like that old in the past, as old as it is and should have probably broken down by now, didn't. But then something that they said that their lawnmower that they just got a year before and it already broke. And it's just like, it doesn't seem right that it would break that quick. And hello to Hollow. Welcome to our Wonder Trade stream tonight. We're on our second line of Chansey. We're going to end off Chansey with that line, and then we have almost 3 full rows of Gengar, or Haunter, to send out, which will evolve into Gengar, of course. So, Team Rocket Pumpkin saying that you don't have Gengar or Chansey yet, I believe. Well, you might get one of them here. We gotta say, another normal type, a Buneary. I remember that was the first Gen 4 Pokemon that I encountered when Gen 4 first appeared in Pokemon Go. I was at my class, and I think I had just gone on break, and out in the mall, little food court area, I found a Buneary, and it's like, that's cool. It's always cool when a new species appears. I think I was mentioning in one of the Pokemon Go videos that I was going to bed one night, I checked my game, and around the corner from my house there was a Finneon, and I was like, oh, sweet, cool, they're in the game, I'll get one later. I have not seen another Finneon since. Are they regional? I don't think they are, but it's just weird that the one time I saw it, I was like, yeah, whatever. It hasn't shown up again for me. That is literally a fishtail, the one that got away. I'm sure they'll be back eventually. And Regina, you said you noticed that as well. You bought your flat screen in 2014. Didn't even last 4 years. But your friend got one 5 years before that, and it's still working. Yeah, so, like I say, and then Pepe's coughing about Apple phones, I guess. It just seems weird that things will be breaking down more lately. Almost makes you start to wonder, is there a reason for it? Or is it just bad luck? That could also be a thing. Oh, and they're very rare, says Charles. Okay, maybe that's why I haven't seen another Finneon. You know what? While we're doing this, let's see if its ears are burning. Maybe it's heard me talking. We'll take a quick little look in the neighborhood, see. Do we happen to see anything amazing? I'm not going to end the stream to go get a Pokemon, of course. Because we still have Gengar to go through as well. Oh, that fish is a troll? I mean, it kind of was, maybe? What is this? A device on my Wi-Fi is casting Spotify. I have no clue why that is. That's a weird notice to get, though. I've never seen that little notification on my phone before. Anyway, we got a lot of Team Instinct gyms in the neighborhood. I should have put a Pokemon in a gym today, but I was just like, you know what? I did a bit of walking around. It's kind of cold out. I'm not going to bother. There's no Finneon in my neighborhood. And I only just today got my second Krogunk actually in the game, too. That's kind of cool to see those. And hello to Legend Plays! Welcome to our Wonder Trade live stream tonight. We got 3 more Chansey to go. We're kind of winding down, rounding up. Actually, wrapping up is a better term. We're almost done, is what I'm trying to say. We have a box, actually about a half box of Haunter after this, which will be traded out to become a Gengar. Did I even show the stats for these Chansey? I think I just dove right into the Wonder Trading. Anyway, you get the idea. We're breeding up for nice stats. We got really good defenses on this thing. Legend says, please wait for me so we start at the same time. Well, I actually just said earlier in the stream, that doesn't guarantee you're going to get this Pokemon. So, basically, when I start Wonder Trading something, you just start Wonder Trading as well. Like, we have done this in the past where I would say 3, 2, 1, and I would say go and click trade right then. And nobody in the chat got a Pokemon from me for that. So, even if we both click trade at the exact same moment, Alright, I think we are streaming once again. Let me reload. Open up the chat once again. Yeah, if I'm gonna keep doing these streams, I really gotta do something better with this, these connections. I apologize. I apparently have the worst internet to work with for doing this. But, as I've said, I can only work with what the company gives me. Make sure we get the live chat once again, and boom. Regina, you've been trying for the whole stream to get lucky. Well, hopefully your time will come, if not for this Chansey, then into the Gengar box, as we start sending that out. And Legend Plays, the stream froze. Yeah, my internet is not good. In fact, I should have thought to ask for something for that for Christmas, maybe. Now, you know, it's kind of sad to say, but not a lot of people in my circle had a lot this year to contribute for Christmas and stuff like that. Plus, I'm never really one to ask. I shouldn't say I'm never really one to ask, but I'm reluctant to ask for things for Christmas and gifts and stuff because I figure, you know, if it's something that I need, eventually I can get it myself. But I try to have another thought where it's like, if someone wants to get you something, it's because they can get you something and they want to do it, and it makes them feel good. So if anyone does offer me a gift, if someone came to me and said, here's a whole fresh new internet, no problem, free of charge kind of thing, I'd say, sure. But I'd feel a little guilty that I can't do anything back. And I did get a Froakie indeed, Legend Plays. Wonder if it's a hidden ability. Alright, so let's check out what we got for our Chansey. We got a level 11 Zorua, first of all. Bold Nature with the Illusion ability. Scratch, Leer, Pursuit, and Fake Tears. We now have a Marini at level 1. Calm Nature with the Regenerator ability. I think, is that hidden ability? Haze, Stockpile, Swallow, and Spit Up. And, oh, not bad stat-wise. We now have a nice Alolan Eradicate, level 22. The Gentle Nature with Hustle ability. I'm not a fan, because I usually wind up missing. But anyway, Bite, Pursuit, Hyper Fang, and Assurance for the moves. Next is a Hoot Hoot, level 20. Sassy Nature with the ability Keen Eye, Confusion, Echoed Voice, Zen Headbutt, and Psycho Shift. I like Psycho Shift, Noctowl, and give it a Flame Orb. Just pass the burn onto the target. Shroomish is up next, level 1. Brave Nature with Poison Heal, that is the hidden ability, I'm pretty sure. Absorb, Tackle, and Bullet Seed, pretty nice stats. Next is a Drampa at level 1. Lax Nature with Berserk, Play Nice, and Echoed Voice for the moves. And going down to the next line, we got a Baneri at level 1. An Adamant, Klutzy Baneri. Pound, Foresight, Ice Punch, and Fake Out. Very nice stats as well there. And Tackle, String Shot, sorry, I'm jumping way ahead. Caterpie, level 2, with Tackle and String Shot. Serious Nature, the ability is Shield Dust. And Worry Not Legend plays, there is still a box of Haunter I'm trading out too. Or a half box of Haunter, so you still got a chance to get a Pokemon tonight. As long as my internet holds out. So we have a Wingull at level 5 up next. Bold Nature with the ability Hydration. Growl, Water Gun, and Supersonic for the moves. We got a Crabrawler. Not Shiny Crabrawler. I believe Regina was saying that you were doing some Crabrawler hunting. Level 8, Lax Nature with the Hyper Cutter ability. It's got Bulk for the moves. And another hidden ability, Froakie. We got 2 of those tonight now. Froakie with Protein hidden ability. Naughty Nature with Pound and Growl. Alright, now then, we're going to move on to the last box of the night. Let's just show what these guys are about. Let's choose this one. This has the egg move. So Haunter, they have the Timid Nature. Of course, they all have Levitate. The moves are Parasong, Clear Smog, Haze, and Disable. And I've bred them to kind of have really good stats other than the physical attack. Hey, I'm lagging out again. How about that? But you don't need physical attack for a Haunter or Gengar, of course. So we're going to go with those stats right there. And I think they're usually defense is either very good or maximum. Or pretty good, apparently. And, okay, it's saying that we have no connection. Once again, the service is. Before I start doing this trading, let me make sure we are good to go. I think we are good to go. Alright, so I'm going to say go in the chat. When I say go, I'm going to start trading out, so prepare yourselves. Oh, and Legend needs a Drampa. You can actually, if you have something really cool to put in the GTS, you can request a Drampa, which is kind of nice. And Face the Me Man asking, do I have any shinies? Not for trading tonight, nah. We didn't. We actually got a shiny Hitmonlee from one of the Twitch streamers. That was kind of cool. It came with a choice scarf, which was really cool. Alright, so let us begin. I think we should be good to go. And go. Start trading whatever you want if you want to get one of these possibly decent Gengar. And I say possibly even though I try to make them as good as I could. Some of them have a heart scale as the held item because I leveled them up in the Pokepelago to make sure we get to the proper level to evolve Ghastly to Haunter. But I kind of forgot that in the Pokepelago, they will forget the egg moves. They'll learn new moves as they go. Now, they still have the egg moves, which is good, but I gave them a heart scale just so people can, you know, say, hey, why is there a heart scale in this Pokemon? Let's see what it can learn, and you get those moves. Not that they're all competitive moves, but, as I said, I want to have, like, different possibilities for other egg moves and stuff. I didn't lose connection. I'm still connected. Let's go back to the Wonder Trade. Maybe there's a ghost in the system. Let's see. Did I do any sports in high school? Asked Pokemon Professor. Not, actually, you know what? I did play on a soccer team. Now, this is weird. I can't remember if I was actually on a soccer team in school or if I just had a weird dream about it. Because, like, I wasn't opposed to sports or anything, but I wasn't really, like, wasn't my focus. I was more into the creative stuff like art and things, more into math and all that. But, like, I like playing sports because I like being physically active, but I wasn't on any you know, solid teams, any regular teams. But I would play the usual sports that you would play in gym class, for example, like basketball. We'd play, say, tennis and stuff like that. But it's like I have this weird thought of when I was on a soccer field and I was like, say, a defenseman, and I was keeping my post as defenseman, even though the rest of the game was taking place at the other end. But it's weird. It's one of those memories where it's like, I don't know if it was real or not. Because what's really funny, I wanted to try to confirm this, and I went to look for my high school yearbook and see like different sports, see who was on each team. That particular yearbook for that year, I can't find. It's almost like the Berenstain Bears thing, isn't it? Like, did I go into an alternate dimension where I was not on a sports team? Or did I come from an alternate dimension where I wasn't on a sports team, and in this dimension I am on a sports team, or I was? Weird, who knows? You guys know about that Berenstain Bears thing? I feel bad that I didn't really follow like the books, the cartoon that much when I was younger, because there's that whole theory of like, it's now spelled differently than it used to be, but everyone remembers the original spelling, and my thought is, what if something cataclysmic happened in the past, but someone went back to change that, and an offshoot of that change, the spelling got, you know, put differently on the book. Maybe something happened where, you know, they accidentally nudged a table, a little ink vial fell over and spilled on top of the book and changed, you know, the lettering or something like that. So like, it's a crazy way out there theory. It could just be people forgetting what the spelling was of Berenstain Bears, but it makes you wonder, has things been shifted to a different dimension? I sound crazy, but crazy things can happen. Anyway, let's get back to this. We've got Tokyo, Japan, a player as our next trade partner here. We're almost done. Hang in there, Internet. We're almost finished here for the night. I can finally give you a break after this, and hopefully one of these Haunter goes out to someone out there in the chat, get themselves a nice, fancy Gengar with decent stats. Interesting moves as well. Mega Gengar has a lot of power to it. Although I haven't used it in our streams. Whenever we're doing like the main battle streams, I'll have one of each of the prize Pokemon on my team. But my Gengar I was given to, or I gave the Icium Z for Z Haze, which I really like Z Haze. Not only does it clear out all stat changes on the field, like regular Haze, but Z Haze fully restores the HP of the user. And that's nice. I would use that that Gengar to use Substitute, try to keep taking some hits, for example, and then when I get down low, Z Haze, get my HP back. And indeed, Legend Plays, we did get ourselves a Dugong for that trade. We're getting any more ice types coming our way. Do you think we'll luck out and get a shiny Delibird in our Wonder Trading? Because we did get Delibird. I think we got 2 the last time we did some Wonder Trading. And I saw, first of all, Tythus from New York is our next trade partner. I saw one of our channel viewers here in Pokemon Go. They're walking a shiny Delibird as their buddy in Pokemon Go. So they did manage to find one. They are out there. They are purple-ish. Kind of a reddish purple, I guess. But I would like to find one someday, perhaps. Okay, you know what, computer? If you're going to keep lagging out, we're not even going to put this playback on screen. There we go. We got nothing but the chat window. We got nothing but my broadcaster and the game. Maybe that will make things a bit more smooth. I don't know. It says we are still connected. Okay. Now, it's saying the stream status is bad. Again, I'm going to say that's the internet's issue. Not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. There will be buffering. Okay. Oh, there's a little bit of a... Okay, I've never really looked into this. There's a log telling me how things are going. But anyway, okay, it says streaming is bad. Yay. But we're almost done anyway. We're just gonna force our way through. Oh, we have Alucard from Portugal. Wonder what we're gonna get. Do we get a Gliscor? That would kind of be good for Alucard, or even maybe a Golbat or something. Pokemon Professor says, if you go back in time to stop something and it works, then when the time comes, you don't need to go back in time. But then you don't go... We do get a Zubat, look at that. We don't go back in time to stop it from happening. That is why they say there's a multiverse theory. So technically, if you go back in time, you have already altered the future just by being there. You know, it's something as simple as the fact that your mass has now displaced the air in your area. That causes a ripple effect. Things have changed automatically by you just being there. Now, it's not a big change, for example, but it's still a change. So technically, if you were to go back to the future, there's 2 theories about this. Would you go back to the time that you came from, or go back to the altered future? In which case, when you do that, there is another you there waiting. Now, if it was a simple change, the you there would probably still go back in time for whatever reason. But you do have a point. If you go back intending to change the past and you do it, you then get to the point in that, the timeline where you would have gone back to make that change, but you don't even think to do it because that change is already done. So you don't need to undo it. Weird, eh? Time travel is a fickle mistress. Just read the old Ren and Stimpy comic to explain that one. It was a kind of cool comic they had way back in the day. It was a choose-your-own-adventure comic book. And they had a time loop, like... I think we're still going now. And we are almost done. Come on, computer. I think the live chat... Can I reload this? I think I can. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the internet is being really bad here, Legend Plays. I apologize to everybody. I already complained about it enough. We're not going to bother complaining anymore. We're almost done, though. Let's just try to squeeze this last little bit of juice out of our Wi-Fi and get these last Haunters sent out. And Canister Reflex Tape. Now, I didn't check it just yet, but as soon as I'm done doing all the Wonder Trading, I do go back and check all the Pokemon that we got. So hold tight. We'll get to that point. Okay, level 25, a Buster. This one doesn't have the heart scale, so this must have the egg moves. And Legend Plays, I really want one. Hopefully, we'll get them out. Like, even if the stream does end, bear in mind, I'm still Wonder Trading because my game is still connected. It's just, for some reason, the stream is not going straight through. So, if I lose the stream, just keep Wonder Trading until you see me come back. Double X. Those look like eyes for that person's name. But yeah, if I lose connection, just keep Wonder Trading until I come back and confirm that I'm done. I'm gonna try to keep reconnecting. And Pokemon Professor says it's working again, and you have a question: am I gonna do any competitive content? I kind of do, in the sense of the Wi-Fi battles that we do. Complete disclosure here: I am very far from a decent competitive battler. I will do battles with the viewers out there, like on a more casual basis, for the most part. But then, so basically what we do, if you check out the channel, you'll see some Wi-Fi battle streams in the past where I breed up a special prize Pokemon and we do some battling at the, in the Festival Plaza. I can't think what I'm saying. And if the player does manage to beat me, they get that prize Pokemon. And if they don't, I have something else I still give them anyway. Usually like a joke prize, joke Pokemon, but it's a decent, backup. And I try my best to be competitive, at least on level at that point, but my guys that I use for those streams are just caught in-game. They're not bred, they're no egg moves, so they're not really super competitive. But once we get through 6 sessions of that, and I have 6 Pokemon as prizes, we then have a big final wrap-up of all those prize Pokemon being available, but I use a team of all of those prizes that I put out there. So they are bred with decent IVs. They do have egg moves, hidden abilities, for example, and that's when I'm actually pretty competitive. Surprising to myself even how decent I can do in those battles. And if you want to see those, check out, I think they're called, do I even have them named as End Season Showdowns? I don't know, but you can check out some of the Wi-Fi battles in the past and just see how competitive I guess I can be with the proper Pokemon. And Legend Plays, oh, you're so close. Almost at the same time. Ah! But again, there might be a bit of a delay on that as well, because it might not be... The stream might be, like, say, 30 seconds delayed based on when it loads out. And hello to... My apologies, I can't pronounce the name in the chat, but hello, welcome to our stream for some Wonder Trading here. And Pokemon Professor says, you're not trying to tell me what to have, but you really enjoy it. Check it out when the stream is over. Yeah, I mean, don't feel like you're saying, that I have to have this. Just, if you want, throw me some feedback and stuff, and I'll let you know if I have it available, or if not, or if it's coming, whatever content you're talking about. But... yeah, I try to have the competitive side. Personally, I don't have really the competitive bone in my body sort of thing. I'm actually a Pokemon Professor at our local Pokemon League here for TCG in my city, and I'm more on the administrative side of it. Like, I'm one of the judges, I'm one of the administrators, organizers, and I'm there to help other people learn the game, help them get better and stuff. I stream, I understand. Like, having these issues come up all the time is not good. And it's probably really, really annoying to try to watch this. Let me reload my chat again and see all the messages of, hey, stream, gone. delay, lag, yada yada yada. At least I'm a little bit quicker at refreshing it, though. Hey, we got a Magikarp! Yay! Pokemon Professor says, you're not that good at it either, but you try and try. And it's fun. Indeed, like, I've had times when I got, you know, many times people would send out nothing but shiny Protein Greninja in the Wi-Fi battle stuff, and that gets kind of boring. Not just because it's like, you know, I got destroyed, of course, but because it's like, everyone's doing that. There's no creativity there. If everyone fights you with that same Pokemon, it's boring. That's why whenever I'm doing TCG online, and if someone uses the theme deck of Lucario Garchomp, I end the battle and move on. Because, like, that is boring. It's the same thing over and over again. So, I like creativity and things that make things interesting and fun, personally. And Lego Deadpool, welcome back! It's been quite a while. How's it going? I keep seeing your name in my Pokemon Go friends list, too. I try to send a gift. You haven't opened the gift yet, which is fine. People say to me all the time, you didn't open your gift. And I'm like, but you opened mine. You've leveled up. You know, if I open your gift, that's one gift that I can't open for someone else to level us up. But, yeah, how's it going? Hopefully you had a good Christmas season this particular year of 2018. And Legend Plays got a shiny Rattata from Wonder Trade. Nice, not bad at all. And hello to Christian Pradal, or Prattle. I'll say Christian. Welcome, Christian, to our Wonder Stream, I guess. That's what I should call this, the Wonder Stream. Our live stream of Wonder Trading. A few more Gengar, well, Haunter into Gengar, left to go. Then we're going to be done. Then I can finally let my internet just crash and die for the night. Because it clearly does not want to be working. For personal reasons, you couldn't join. Understandable. Nothing more needs to be said. But you are back right now. And that's what matters. Welcome back to some Professor Chaz live streaming. So we're pretty much done for tonight. Once we're done these last Haunter, we're going to end off for the evening. I'm going to try, if the internet decides to work, do a live stream again tomorrow. It's going to be another Pokemon Conquest live stream, because I've got a lot to do in that, a lot to show off in that game. And if you want to send me a DM on Instagram, go right ahead. But, you know, no explanation is necessary. If you don't want to share, it's alright. If you do want to share, it's alright as well. But all things considered, life gets in the way. Personal things do come up. I've myself have had times when I don't happen to have a video or a live stream on the channel because I've been busy with something else. So I completely understand. Did we just get 2 back-to-back Pichu? That's crazy. Of all the Pokemon, there's like 800 and some, isn't there? Oh no, wait. Meltan is 800. And what number is Meltan? That's going to be in Gen 8. I don't know. There's at least 700 some Pokemon. As a professor, I should know. Clearly, I don't. But of all those Pokemon, to get the same one back-to-back twice in a row, that's kind of cool. Alright, from Saitama, Japan, the namesake of the One Punch Man, we get... What do we get for our Haunter? And Lego Deadpool is going to go anyways. Alright, so yeah, send me a message, and I'll check it out once I get a chance later on. But have a good evening. Thanks for popping in anyhows. Good to see ya. Alright, we have a Spinarak. And Regina, it's 3 a.m. where you're at, and you are tired. You had a good time. Glad to hear, even despite the internet issues. And you're going to head out. Well, thanks for hanging out for as long as you did. And have a good evening. And get some rest. 3 a.m. You're a trooper for toughing it out here for this long. I know one of our regulars, Unknown Spike, often is here past midnight, 1 a.m. That's the hard thing with when I'm doing Wonder Trades, or not even Wonder Trade, just live streams. We've got people all over the world that watch, and you know, you're never going to be able to choose a time that works for everybody. Because right here, for me, it's actually 10 p.m. But if people are on the other side of the world, I guess the other side would be 10 a.m. But okay, I think we are back. This is it. We're done after this anyway, so we're pretty much done. It is 4 in the morning where Unknown Spike is. Yeah, like, how are you here? That was just talking about 4 a.m. Unknown Spike, you are a trooper to be here for these streams, indeed. Appreciating the support. Legend Plays, it's 9:04 where you're at. It's 8 for Team Rocket Admin Pumpkin. So, that's one of the nice things about being on the East Coast of North America. I can go late, but it's still earlier for you folks out there. Alright, so level 17, Adamant Natured, Drowsy. Let's speed through this. Insomnia ability, Poison Gas, Headbutt, Disable Confusion. Next is non-shiny Dugong, but it's still a Dugong. Modest Natures, level 48, Hydration ability. It's got Takedown, Dive, Aqua Tail, and Ice Beam. We next got an Eevee, level 6 with Docile Nature, Runaway ability. Tail Whip, Quick Attack, Bite, and Swift. And nope, pretty standard stats on that. Zubat up next. A Bashful Natured with Inner Focus ability. Absorb, Supersonic, Astonish. And we have a Wingull, level 7 with Bashful Nature, Hydration. It's holding a pretty wing. Growl, Water Gun, and Supersonic. Next, we have a Grubbin at level 1, a Modest Nature with the Swarm ability. Vice Grip is the move. We next have a Cutiefly at level 8. Mild Nature, Honey Gather ability, Absorb, Fairy Wind, and Stun Spore. Alolan Rattata up next, level 6. Bold Nature with Gluttony, Tail Whip, Tackle, Tail Whip, and Quick Attack. Very good physical defense. We got a Zubat again, level 51. Adamant Nature with Inner Focus, Haze, Venoshock, Air Slash, and Quick Guard. Look how little those stats are. I feel bad for Pokemon like that. Anyway, next up we have a Mudbray, level 12. Calm Nature with the Own Tempo ability. Mud Slap, Mudsport, Rototiller, and Bulldoze. Dratini now, level 28. Jolly Nature with Shed Skin, Return, Twister, Dragon Rush, and Agility. Very cool. Now we have a Swift Swim Magikarp, yay! Level 11 with Timid Nature, it's got Splash, and that's it. First Pichu, level 14. Mild Nature with Static, it's got Thundershock, Grass Knot, actually Charm, and Sweet Kiss. Kind of cool. Pichu number 2, level 21. Adamant Nature, Static Ability, Thundershock, Nasty Plot, Thunderwave, and Sweet Kiss. We have a Spinnerack at level 18 with a Quiet Nature. It's got the Insomnia ability, Poison Sting, Nightshade, Infestation, and they get Absorb? Cool. Finally, we got a Rash-Natured Lotad. Swift Swim for the ability. It knows Astonish. And Max Attack Stat. Very cool. Alright, so that is going to be it for our Wonder Trade stream for the evening. I gotta give my internet a break. Apparently it does not want to go any further tonight. But thank you folks for those of you who stuck around and toughed out the internet connection issues. Hopefully things will get better in the future, but I think it's not going to happen until I actually get a different provider. I've been saying it many times. I'm going to probably continue to say it many times. I'll take care of that on my side of things. But anyway, thanks for everyone who hung out. If you didn't get any of these Pokemon, apologies, but we'll be doing some more Wi-Fi battle sessions in the future. The next one's going to be a prize Ralts, guaranteed for, well, it's not guaranteed, but geared towards being a Gallade, which would be kind of cool. Legend Place is doing a giveaway. Sounds cool. Alright, and Lego Deadpool, you're heading out. So long to everybody who's heading out right now. I'm going to head out myself. But come on back tomorrow in the afternoon time. We're going to be doing another live stream for some Pokemon Conquest. And later on that night, there won't be another live stream because I have a Deoxys EX raid to go to. It's going to be the attack form Deoxys for Pokemon Go. I'm going to screen record that, and I'll probably show you that on the channel, if not later that night, then on Saturday. But stay tuned to the channel for some more live streaming as I have the time off from my class for the Christmas holidays, the New Year's holidays and stuff. And we'll see what happens in the future, assuming the live streaming decides to work because of my internet. But once again, folks, thanks for hanging out tonight. Again, apologies for all the connection issues, but thank you for your time regardless. Have yourselves a good evening, a good day, good whatever time it is in your neck of the woods. Professor Chaz is now signing off, and I'll catch you next time. And enjoy the holiday season, everybody.